Okay, well, we made it to day 3, and we're talking about graphing in science. We're talking about picture graphs. Picture graphs are when we collect information, we ask some type of question. What's your favorite breakfast? Eggs, pancakes, cereal. So in a picture graph, you might see a pancake in the tally mark section. You might write the tally first and then draw the pancake. Then, if someone says eggs, you might put one tally for eggs, and then if somebody else says eggs, you put another tally for eggs, and then you draw 2 pictures of eggs on the picture graph. That's how to make a picture graph. And then you look at all the information afterwards and you say, oh, there's so many pictures of pancakes. That's the favorite breakfast food. So when you have a big breakfast party and you invite some of your friends over, well, you know what everybody likes. You're not going to be putting food out and everyone's like, oh, I don't eat eggs, sorry. Oh, cereal, what are you talking about for breakfast? I like hot food. So it's a great way to help you solve problems and set yourself up to succeed. So then we talked about bar graphs. Bar graphs, you count the rectangles. You can count boxes, you can count the bars, and then you'll see the labels on sides with the numbers, or the labels will be the numbers on the bottom, and the bars go sideways. Sometimes the bars go up, sometimes they grow sideways. So those bars, you look at the very tippy top, or the very side, and then you follow it to the number, and then you compare it with the other ones, and you can look at all of them and say, oh, this one has 15 votes, so that must be the winner because all the other ones are less than 10. So then, if you want to look for what was the favorite or the most votes, look for the tallest bar. If you want to know what the least favorite is, or the least amount of votes, you look for the smallest bar, and they got the least amount of votes. If they ask how many people voted, well, count all the votes, all the different fruits, count all the different types of breakfast foods, count all the different crayons, count all of the votes total. And that will be all the total people in the class, or in who they asked the question to. It could be 10 people, it could be 5 people. It can't be 1, because you have to compare numbers. It has to be more than 1. Which brings me to the third kind of graph, which you're not going to see a great deal of, but we will be talking about it. And let's take a look at this first. Circle graph. Circle graph shows that 2 children like the Tyrannosaurus Rex the most. Look, 2 greens. And 6 children like the Brachiosaurus the best. Brachiosaurus. This is the 6 votes right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pie slices. How many children like the Lambosaurus best? Well, I think the most students, because these pie slices, this is half the pumpkin pie, and this is a small number, and that's a small number too. But this is a big number. It has to be more than 6. Let's count. Everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 votes got the most votes, so that the Lambosaurus must be the favorite dinosaur. Look how many votes. How many people did they ask? How many students are in the class? Well, just like we did on this, and like we did on this, how many people voted all together, you just count all the pie slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people voted in all. Well, how many people voted for Tyrannosaurus Rex and Brachiosaurus? Well, we're just going to count the total number of these and add it to these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 students voted as their favorite for the Brachiosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus. And that would be an and question, which brings me to my next type of graph. Come on. Okay. So you have 24 hours in a day. And this pie graph, this circle graph, is going to represent all the different things you do in one day, 24 hours. Well, you got to study a little bit. There's a little sliver of slice. But a lot of your day is spent sleeping. We all need sleep to survive. And some of our day is spent playing games, playing with our family, playing with our friends. And then we have lots and lots of daily activities. You know, brushing our teeth, getting dressed, putting our backpack on, getting on the school bus, eating lunch. So many different daily activities. Reading a bedtime story, going to bed. Oh, hold on, the daily activities are broken. Oh no, daily activities are right here. The lighter color blue, and the darker color blue right there is school. So we spend almost as much time in school as we do sleeping. I just lost color. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is the daily activities: brushing your teeth, washing your hands. This is school. Getting off the bus all the way to the end of the day. And then I lost my pie graph. All right, that's okay though. So you could see how different pie slices were much bigger. Those are going to be the things, according to this graph, that we spend the most time on. Studying is important to do a little bit each day, but it's only a small pie slice. Does anybody go home and study for 5 hours? No, that wouldn't be fair to your body and your mind. You have to give yourself a break. After you've been at school all day, it's nice to kind of, spend time, play, maybe do a little bit of homework. And the homework is a form of studying. By doing homework, it's really important because it can help you remember things, and the next day in school, it can help you make a big connection. And rather than starting to learn something, if you learn it at home, then you can start learning the next thing. Or saying, give me harder ones, and that's what we're always doing. We want to be the best learners we can be, and that's pretty much it. So I want you to think of a pumpkin pie. I want you to think of a pizza pie, and think about all the slices. And they break it up into parts, okay? And these parts of the pizza are looked at just like the bar graph, just like the picture graph, but it's presented to you in a different way. All right, everybody. Have a great week. See you next time.